All right, so I have 3 o'clock. I know there may be some other people that come in a little bit late, but I want to be respectful of everyone's time. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is David Cheshire. I'm the manager of technical services here at Park University. Thank you all again, those of you online and in person who've taken this time out of your day to come and learn about our new offering here. I really appreciate the fact that you're wanting to be involved and know about this. It's a huge help to us. So without further ado, I want to start to talk to you about what we're doing today. Tomorrow we are going to be launching a new help desk and ticketing system called FreshDesk. For those of you who have been here for a long time, you may not need to ask the question, why are we changing? But just in case you do want to know why are we changing, because for a long time we've had one goal, at the very least one goal, for the 13 and a half years that I've been at Park University. IT has wanted to provide the best service that we can as quickly as possible. It's a consistent goal we've always had. In doing so, in our noble attempts to do so, we have created barriers between you and the information you need that we didn't intend to create, but the reality is they're there. And so instead of getting a tool that is easy for IT to use to help you, we want to look at it the other way, as the service industry should. We want a tool that you all can use easily to get the information and the support that you need. And that is what FreshDesk does for us. It's not a magic bullet. This isn't going to be perfect and solve every problem immediately, but it is every step in the right direction towards what we can do for you. So real quick information you need before I show you this. If you want to check out our site, this is our new website, parkuniversity.freshdesk.com. And if you want to email into support, you can email at support@parkuniversity.freshdesk.com. Now, starting tomorrow is our big mass communication that will go out tomorrow afternoon. We'll say our current environment is just going to be forwarded over. So after tomorrow, if you go to support.park.edu in your web browser, you'll be redirected to our new site. If you email the existing email address of support.technology@park.edu, it will go to our new site. You don't have to memorize this new stuff. But if you want to go straight to it right now, you absolutely can. Again, we want to make this as easy as we can on you. Give you a couple seconds in case people are wanting to write that down, but it should be pretty easy. We're going to get to the real show here. If I can. You share. And here we are. This is FreshDesk. This is what we are now doing. I hope one of the first things you see about this is there was no barrier to entry. We just go to the website. Right now with Footprints, you have to enter in your credentials to get there. What if your account's locked out? What if that's the problem you're having? So immediately just removing a barrier between you and the information you need. The site is fast, it is clean, it is sleek. The site's available 24/7. It is not hosted by Park University, and the big key to that is it's not reliant on our infrastructure to keep up. So if we have a power outage here at Park, we have a network outage here at Park, this site's available. All we have to do is get to the internet. We can still get to the site. We can still communicate with you. This site is completely mobile friendly. If you visit this from any kind of mobile device, the site looks fantastic. It reframes itself. It's designed to be viewed mobile. Our site has live chat feature now, something we've never been able to offer you before. You can live chat with one of our help desk agents immediately, including from the mobile device. Hopefully this is as exciting to you as it is to me. I mean, I know I'm in the right business when I get excited about help desk software, but this is what it is. And so the first thing you see, very important question, how can we help you today? You can just start typing in a question there. We want to suggest solutions to you. You don't even necessarily have to put in a ticket. If you're just looking for something simple that you may need IT to do because you don't know how to do it, but it doesn't require an IT professional technical knowledge to do. You just need to know what steps to follow. We can bring that solution to you and skip you waiting that maybe 2 hours before we respond. And let's be honest, 2 hours is not a bad response time, but it can be excruciating when you needed something simple. This can cut that out. So let's say that Deborah MacArthur here wants to update her email signature. I've typed my question, how do I update my email signature? And I've already got suggestions for what she might be asking. We just click on that. Here you go. There's your response. How do I update my email signature block? It walks you through exactly how to do that. Another very key thing to note on all of our solution articles. Where did it go? That's weird. Hold on. We just had an unplanned thing here. There we go. All right. I don't know why that happened. But so on this other solution article, we see down at the bottom here where it says, did you find this helpful? This is something that is huge for us in IT and something I want to emphasize, if not overemphasize, how important it is that we get feedback from you to know what we're doing well and what we are not doing well. If you find our solution articles helpful, simple click of yes, thank you. Now we know what is being helpful to you. We can continue to make sure that article is up at the top. It's easy to find. Probably just as important, if not more important, clicking no. Did you not find this information helpful to us? Because when you do that, you click no to this, you get an opportunity to give us immediate feedback on why this article was not helpful to you. I want to know who you are. So it's going to ask your email address. We're going to get to in a moment why you won't have to do that every time. But you can check any one of those 4 boxes or all 4 of them. This article needs more information or it's difficult to understand. Whatever one of those, you can also leave whatever comments you would like. Hit send. We now get immediate feedback on this article. It actually opens up a ticket for us saying, this is the person who has said, this is what this is missing. I already have feedback on an article from somebody who has viewed an article we had for how students find their course guide. Our article is missing information they say it needs. Already have gotten that info just from the training that we've already offered. Very quick change for us. Just add in what they've suggested. Articles republished. It's now helpful. It's more helpful than it was before. This is huge for us, but really what's more important is how huge it can be for you. You can get this information without having to talk to us, and we want to continue to grow our solution base. So this is the biggest feature that we have for our site, but there's so much more FreshDesk can do. So you'll see up in the upper right corner, there's an opportunity to either log in or sign up. The site does not require you to log in or sign up. You can enter a ticket without doing that, but there are distinct advantages to doing so. When you sign up, we would prefer you use your Park email address, because this is, Park University support. I'll click on sign up here in a second so you can see what it is, but you just sign up with your name and your email address. You have to prove that you're not a robot. You'll then get an email back from FreshDesk asking you to verify your email address. Click the link, you're in. You've set your own password. It doesn't have to be the same as what you use here. That's totally up to you. It's a password. Keep it secure, keep it safe. Don't make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a great password, except for luggage. If you do ever lose your password for this site, it can help you reset it, or you can call the help desk. We can reset it for you, but it's whatever you want it to be. When you've logged into our site, it's going to give you a couple other options. We'll go over that here in a second, but it's going to save a little bit of time because it has that info already of you, of what's your email address, what's your phone number, what's your Park ID number. We can have all that already in the ticket when you create a ticket or when you do a live chat. The other advantages to signing up for us is there are going to be some solution articles we can't make open to the public. Most of them can be. This isn't proprietary information that we're afraid to share. But there's going to be some solution articles that maybe you need a specific IP address for something that we don't mind giving you as an employee. But I don't necessarily want the people in Nigeria who are trying to give us $1 million just if we respond with our bank info to know some of our more internal things. So there are going to be some articles that we require you to be signed in to see. So there's that. There's also forums that are going to be available on this that we'll go over in a second as soon as I sign in. Really the most important thing you get is you're going to then be able to see all the tickets that you've put into the site, whether they're already open or they've been closed. You're going to be able to access your tickets as a reference, go back and see who was it that helped me with that, whatever it may be. You can do that here, but you do have to be signed in to do so. So I'm going to sign in with my customer account. I know I said sign in with your Park email address. Ignore me. Do as I say, not as I do. So again, it looks essentially the same when I've signed in. The only thing it changed is I now have 2 extra tabs there at the top. Home and solutions were always there. We can see forums and we can see tickets. The forums, we're kind of excited to see how this is going to get used at Park University. I think this is a great addition for ways to communicate with your IT department. First and foremost, the announcements. We're going to use the announcements as another way to make sure this information is available to you. We're still going to send out things through email when there's a scheduled outage, when there's any kind of an emergency outage like we had with my park a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago. That's still going to happen. But you're not always checking your email when these things happen. Maybe your email is not accessible when this emergency happens. And something's going on that you need to know. This is going to be able to be a one-stop shop for that. If you need to know if something's going on, all of our announcements will always be in the announcements forum here. So we'll announce things that are out. We'll announce when they're back up. Anything you need to know, this is a great place to just come check something going on instead of having to dig through your email. We have a forum open for technology advice. Maybe you want you want to talk to an IT person, but it's not really a help desk ticket issue. Should I buy a Mac or a new Windows PC? Yes, we'd be happy to help you with that, but again, it's not a ticket. So post that question on the technology advice column. The really great thing about that is it's not just IT people that can respond. This is a way for the entire university to interact with each other. Maybe John Ritterbush is the best person to answer that particular question. We don't know that, but he could have access to the same question. The new ideas forum, when you want to suggest something to the IT department that, again, is not really a ticket. Nobody puts in a ticket to say, have you guys considered getting away from Link and going to Zoom? It's a great idea, and we had a lot of discussion about it. Those kinds of things can be put there in the new ideas forum. And then reporting a problem. Most of the time, if you're reporting a problem, I probably do want you putting in a ticket for it. But I'm sure we could sit here and come up with examples of times that wouldn't necessarily be a thing. So each of these forums is also dealt with a little bit differently. In the technology advice one, again, anybody can answer. In the new ideas one, there's an opportunity for you to just quickly give feedback to like that idea. So if we've got a thing posted in the new ideas forum and 45 different people have liked it, you may want to pay attention to that. Same thing with somebody's reported a problem. Another 20 people have clicked the option that says, I also have this problem. We should probably convert that to a ticket and start working on it, which we can do directly from within FreshDesk. We don't have to actually go through any effort, which I'm all about. Just click of a button, it's now a ticket, it's ready to go. So speaking of tickets, to submit a new ticket, you click right here on New Support Ticket. So I haven't saved my park ID number yet in mine, so it hasn't saved this here. Oops, that is not even right. But when you're entering a ticket, we need a subject. So how do I update my email signature? So I'll go down and put my contact info. Oh, but wait a minute. Before I even could do that, I typed in the subject of my email. What happened? Related articles popped up. You don't even have to have searched our solution articles. FreshDesk is trying to help you before you ever even get to one of our people. It's just basing off of the words I typed there. It's trying to find what could you be talking about. In this case, obviously, I chose one I knew it would hit. A little duplicitous, but as an example, now that's there for me to just click on. Oh, I didn't need to put in a ticket. Fantastic. But you can do that. If not, great, we'll just put in this info, blah, blah, blah. Submit, you send in a ticket. Once you send in a ticket, you will get an email back. Very similar to what we've had before. Hold on, I gotta share my desktop. This is what you'll get in response once you've sent in a ticket. We'd like to acknowledge we've received your ticket, yada, yada. There's a place you can click in that link to go straight to your ticket. If you need to add any information, check on what it was. Maybe it's a day later, you want to see the status. You can click on that first link there. The second one will take you to our home page. This is just to acknowledge that we did receive your ticket. You don't have to wonder. We get that back. So speaking of tickets, this other tab up here for tickets on our home page. This is where you can go to view the tickets that you've put in. So I have a sample ticket in there right now from my customer. When I click on that, the open or pending here shows me what tickets are open. You can click on that opening and pending. You can see where you can also see your resolved or closed tickets, or you can view all tickets. These are ones you've put in. You're going to have access to all these. Now, a question that I've had in previous trainings for this, will the tickets that you've put into any of our previous systems be in here? Yeah, unfortunately, no. We don't have a reasonable way to bring over the 50-something thousand tickets we've had in footprints over the last 4 years into this, link them to customers. It's not the same product, so there's not an easy way to do that. So no, unfortunately, this is going to be from this point forward. But hopefully our solution articles are a much better reference for you than any of your old tickets. And if you do have a question our solution articles can answer, it's why we're here. Going forward from this day on, you're going to be able to see your old tickets just by going here, or your new ones. So I'm going to click on this ticket that I have in there, and we can see very simple what it shows. And in a second, I'm going to go in and respond from the agent side so you can see what happens there. But while you're inside of a ticket, you see I can type a reply in here. If there was more information I needed to add to a ticket, you can reply to the email that you got, or you can go here, type in new information. FreshDesk is going to immediately alert us. Customers updated this ticket. There's also 3 options here if you'd like to use them. You can reply, You can mark the ticket as closed. Maybe you sent in the ticket and you figured it out on your own. You found the solution article and you want us to know, I don't need your help anymore. You can just go in here and close your own ticket. I'm sure you probably have all seen that at other kinds of sites. If you have ever submitted any kind of help request to Amazon, they'd have the same thing. The other thing you can do is add people to the conversation. Maybe you've put in a ticket and you're going to be out of town for the next few days because you're going on a nice vacation, but you still want somebody to be monitoring this in case we do give a response. You can just add someone to the conversation there. It adds them as part of this ticket. Very simple, very easy. So he says. So stand by one moment. I'm going to go in and reply as the agent. All right, so now I can again see I have this ticket open. I can see who it is that responded and what it is that they responded with. It's confusing because I'm called David Cheshire in both. I think we all understand. But when I say you can see who responded, I mean that literally. Our pictures are going to be in this system as best that we have them. Sarah's going to help us out with the ones that are missing. You'll know who it is you're talking to. You're going to see our response immediately. For those of you who have been here a while and have gotten used to the email responses you get in footprints, there's 2 lines of text that you need of what responded, and there's 30 other lines of text that are all for the system. Makes it very, very difficult for you to see what we responded with. This is the response you get in email now from us. Hello, David, this is in response to a ticket to this. That's a link you can click on to go to the ticket. It's called a sample ticket. This is a sample response. It's clean and simple as a regular email. We don't want to bombard you with information you don't need. This is what you see when we respond to a ticket. You can reply to this email to update the ticket, or you can go straight in the ticket. Whatever is easiest for you, do that. But you're communicating with us directly. So the ticket's now going to be closed. I'm going to go ahead and jump in here and close this. Oh, I have to assign it. All right. My ticket's now closed, which means I'm going to get an email about that. We'll bang. So again, you're going to be communicated to when a ticket's closed. Before I go any further, I do need to talk about something. Words that are synonyms but not necessarily synonymous. It's words that FreshDesk uses, and we need to be aware of them so that we don't hurt any feelings. There is 2 statuses that may mean the same to you. There's resolved and there's closed. Same thing, right? Most of the time, not exactly. In this system, when we mark a ticket as resolved, it's because we have provided you with what we believe is the solution. We're not saying it's 100% certain. We're not saying we're done with your issue. But resolved in this system means we believe we've resolved your issue. Here's our solution. If you don't respond for 72 hours, we're going to assume that, yep, we're done. This ticket now gets automatically closed. If that resolution was not helpful to you, you simply just need to respond to that email or respond to the ticket. It immediately reopens the ticket. We are not, mic drop. Nope, I have to go through the whole process again. The ticket is not closed when it says resolved. When it says closed, that means that we're not working on this issue anymore. We believe we've solved the problem. You still absolutely can reopen that ticket by responding to it. It's just the difference between resolved is we are still very aware that this ticket may not be closed. There could still be somebody looking at it, but we have provided a resolution that we hope is the one you need. Closed means we're not looking at it anymore. Once a ticket has been closed, this is the email you'll get. Again, simple, nothing cluttering it up. Your ticket with a link to it and what it's called has been closed. We hope this meets your needs. The part that we love the most, that we hope to get such great cooperation from you all on, is what is here at the bottom. All of our closed tickets will now have the opportunity for you to give us feedback on how we're doing. Very simple survey. How would you rate your overall satisfaction with this issue? We've got the 5 options there from extremely satisfied to extremely unsatisfied. I need you to let us know how we're doing. I hope every single one of you is going to click extremely satisfied. Not realistic. We're not always going to hit home runs. We're going to swing for the fences every time, but we're not always going to hit. It is important that we get that feedback from you no matter what it is. We can't fix problems that we don't know exist. So please tell us what we're doing right, what we're not doing right. All you've got to do is just click whichever one of those options best reflects how you're feeling about it. It will take you to another site. There's other questions you can answer. I'm, of course, extremely satisfied. There's 4 other questions, again, we'd love you to answer. Same choices, getting a little more in detail, rating our speed, our collaboration, our attention to detail, and whether we've, what was the last question there, extent which we helped you learn, not just said, yep, here's your answer, closed. We want to also be teaching you. You can rate each of those things, and then, of course, an opportunity to also add comments as you see fit. There's nothing more valuable to us than your feedback on how we're doing. And so by doing this, you're going to be able to help us continue to give you the best service that we can as fast as possible. Simple click, should hopefully take you about 30 seconds. Really looking forward to seeing all of the extremely satisfied that we can get. So I mentioned chat a little bit ago, that we can chat from the screen. So right down here in the lower right corner of this screen is the live chat button. If you're on our FreshDesk site and you look at any one page for more than 3 minutes, it's going to pop up for you and ask you, hey, can I help you? Because you may be lost. You may not know what you're looking for. But if at any time you want to chat with one of our agents live, you just click on this link right here that says live chat. Enter in my ID number, and I'm in. So I'm going to start asking a question. Before I can even type my question, I can already see that Alex Wiggin has jumped in chat. We can see him up there in the top of that. He's taking my chat, and he was asking me how he could help me before I even typed anything. He could see me in there. I'm going to go ahead and ask my question. So my car won't start. Thinking you're right. Can you help? We'll see what Alex has to say. So we'll give him a moment to think of a good response. While he's saying this, I have to say this live chat feature. So word got out a couple weeks ago when we were beta testing this site with some people. Students figured out that this site was live and started using it. We've had probably 2 to 3 dozen students reach out to us through this live chat because their password needed to be reset. This is the fastest way for them to get help. It's faster than calling. They can just hit this. You guys all know how much easier it is to multitask and chat than it is on the phone. If I'm talking to you on the phone, you're the only person I can be talking to. I could have 10 chat windows open at once talking to people. It's easy to see what I was talking about. And that's what we can do here. You're not limited to one-on-one. Alex may be talking to somebody else right now. I don't know. He's talking to me. I'm getting great service. So unfortunately, I cannot do so. Perhaps this link will be better. Alex is such a witty guy. Has suggested that I go reach out to Uber. Well, that's helpful. But again, you can see immediate response from him. This is a real person. This is not somebody in a call center in another country or even another state. This is Alex Wiggin, our newest help desk employee. I don't know that all of you have had the opportunity to meet him yet. It's fantastic. It is running as long as we have somebody on our help desk. And our help desk hours are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. That is when you should expect to see somebody in chat. We are still internally trying to decide if we want the chat option to be there when we're not here. Because what will happen if we're not here and you hit chat, it'll tell you, none of our agents are here. Please leave us a message. You can type in your thing. It creates a ticket. Same as submitting a new ticket. We can absolutely do that. If it's something you think we should do, I'm all for it. But between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, our help desk staff should be on the chat, other than the very, very unlikely scenario that all of them are already in 10 chats at once. Dave Whitaker has a question. Yes, sir. Yes. Extremely. So there is. It's an awesome question, Dave. Thank you. So what's going to happen here? Let me... I'm going to tell him, thank you, this solves my issue. So since he knows that this is me, he's not going to do this part. But on our end, when the chat is resolved, when we're done, we'll click close to get out of it. It pops up for our agent and says, do you want to convert this chat into a ticket? We say yes. It takes everything we type there, puts it into the body of the ticket. We then close. We already know who the requester is because I'm signed in. I provided all my info, so it has you as a requester. We close the issue. You now get that closed email that you get from any other closed ticket with then an opportunity to rate your satisfaction based on that. It'll be immediate. If this wasn't so simple for us to resolve in one thing, And in fact, this happened today from PDL after our first class. Somewhere in this section down here, there's a couple network ports that aren't working, and the people there are only having to work on Wi-Fi. So they hit Alex up through chat and told him that. He said, "I can't resolve this for you over the phone because of what it is, but I'm going to convert this to a ticket, assign it to our network support team." So there's a ticket in to come check out the ports down here. It happened through chat. Just created a ticket from it. So it's exactly the same as clicking new support ticket, only it's a lot faster. You're going to get immediate feedback. Not everything's going to be resolved through chat. We're happy to hear from you however you want to talk to us. Great question, Dave. That is pretty much the gist of this. The other thing I wanted to mention is that we're going to have a widget on MyPark that'll go live the same day that we launch this. So whenever you're visiting MyPark, there's going to be a tab over on the right-hand screen that says support on it. You click on that, it's going to open a window in front of you. You're submitting a new ticket. Put in your email address, put in what it is you need help with. You can submit a ticket to IT directly from MyPark without even having to come to this. And since it is tied directly into FreshDesk, when you type in on the subject of what your issue is about, it's searching our solution articles for you. It's going to still suggest this could be how to help. Because of that, because of the opportunities we see here, we see this not only as the way that you can get IT answers. This is how you can get Park University answers this quickly, searching through keywords for anything. So we've already talked to people from other departments based on this training. We want to put up whatever solutions we can. One of the examples that came up when I did training on this yesterday, if somebody has a question for how do I get a parking pass from public safety, they may not know that this help desk isn't the right place to ask that question. Well, who says it's not? We could help them with that. Just because it's not an IT problem doesn't mean that we can't provide them an answer. Let's work with public safety to get a selection of knowledge base articles on here for how they can do it, because this is so easy to search. The online faculty team from PDL wants to have their own section for places they can send their online faculty. Same with online students. They've got tons of articles already written. They don't know where to put them. Let's put them here. So whatever way we can collaborate with your department, if there's an article that'll help one student, one faculty member, one staff member, it's worth having on here. If it saves them that time of having to make a phone call or send an email and wait for a response instead of this, then we want that. And we can work with you monthly, quarterly, whatever is appropriate to say, here's the feedback we're getting on these articles that we've put up. These are the changes that people think need to be made. These haven't been viewed or whatever. Is there anything we can do to make them more relevant? This can be used not just for IT. Yes, we're going to use it for us, obviously, but this is not just an IT solution. This is a Park University solution. Something we can do to help our customers. Sarah has a question. Go for it, Sarah. Mm-hmm. This is unlimited storage. Yes. Oh, sorry, yes, good. So the question from Sarah Wozniak is there a limit on how many articles we can have up there? It is unlimited. We have as many articles up here as is conceivably possible. I'm willing to bet there is a theoretical limit, but there is not one that is listed in our agreement with FreshDesk. We would have to take up all the storage available to them on their servers. Challenge accepted. I don't think we could do it. Just not that big a company. It'd be like filling up Google. Can't do it. So no, we're willing to collaborate as much as possible. We're also going to collaborate with our marketing team. It's a very logical thing when somebody sees a problem on the Park website. You would think, I need to go to IT about that. Well, if the site starts with www, honestly, it's not an IT thing. We don't control those websites. We don't control the content on it. We don't even control the servers they're on. You don't need to know that. It's a very logical thing. It's a website. It's IT. So Gabby has already talked to us about we want to create a section that is just for them. We're going to make them agents in this, and any request that is sent to the web requests email address, it's going to get automatically assigned to them. IT will never even see it, because that way they don't have to wait on us to realize, oh, that wasn't for us. It's for the marketing team. They'll see it. And then if it isn't for them, they can quickly reassign it back to IT so we can fix it. So again, opportunities for collaboration. We're totally interested. First and foremost, though, is making sure you all get the service that you need from us as quickly as possible. So our solution articles are going to grow every day. especially based on the feedback that we're going to start getting from everybody of what's helpful, what's not, what's missing. As you put in tickets, we'll probably realize, oh, yeah, the solution to that should be an article. So every ticket you create is an opportunity for us to help other people proactively in the future. I'm sorry, go ahead. Yes. Sure. Right. Right. So the question for those of you online is about the widget that we're going to put on My Park that gives people an opportunity to put in tickets from wherever. And very, very relevant question of they may not be asking something that's at all related to IT. They may be asking a question about VA benefits or whatever. As we continue to grow our solution article to find those kinds of things, we'll be able to link them to that. But if we get a ticket, we already do this. It's just harder to do it. So this is going to become much easier. If we get a ticket through our email or wherever else asking us a question like that, we don't just close the ticket and say, good luck, student. I really hope somebody besides us gives you the service you wanted. That's not at all how we operate. So we'll continue to operate the same way of responding to them to say, so you've reached the IT help desk. We can't help you with that, but we're going to get you in contact with people that can. And then, we continue to learn who does answer the VA benefits question. To be honest with you, off the top of my head, I don't know. I know where I can go to find that answer. So we'll get them pointed to the right direction. And then again, shows us where, if those are the questions we're getting online, anything that we can put in here that will lead people in the right direction. That's what we want to do. Right. So right now, anybody in the IT staff can write and publish them. Ed Austin and Alex Wiggin and Sirach Bahrain and Shiloh Acevedo Moore at the help desk, they've all done the most of them. But anybody in our IT staff absolutely can. And so as we have more, honestly, just send in a ticket with solution article, suggestion, anything like that. As far as converting them, I'll be happy to show you what the editor looks like. You can see how easy it is. If I can find the right thing here. So this right here is our how we write a new article. It looks a lot like Word. We just type a subject, type something in there. This is a great graphical interface editor. We can copy an image out of anywhere and just paste it directly in. I don't have to upload a file anywhere. Just paste straight in. We tag it with what we need to tag it with and publish it. It is online. So it happens that fast. We can copy and paste out of Word or PDFs or something pretty quickly, and if we can't, we know how to do it. When we see how big this is going to get, we'll talk about, do we need to give access to other people? For now, I think we can handle it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we get so many suggestions we can't, and we got to ask for help. We'll make Sarah busy. But yeah, it's a very, very fast process for us to do this. And the other thing that's really great about our solution articles, we can embed videos into them. So if there's a YouTube video or video hosted somewhere else that we can just embed straight into this, they don't have to click on a link to go there to watch it. It'll play it directly in this. If there's a file that they need to download, say there's a form that they need for those VA benefits, we can attach a file to the solution article saying, this is probably the form you need. Just download it from here. Instead of making them search all around for it, we'll bring the solution to them. So it's 3:30. I don't want to chase anybody away. This is all great conversations. I haven't even gotten to the chat yet to see what may still be waiting for me. Just want to make everybody aware. If you needed to run off to do any other work, I'm not going to keep you here. But please stick around as long as you want to. I'm going to find out what other questions we can answer.